So, Abi Longe is Habisola. She's a highly experienced consultant, inspirational coach, counselor, trainer, speaker, and mentor. She's the CEO of HCDC and founder of Abi Longe and Co Coaching, a world-class human capital development firm. Her professional experience of 30 years commenced with working in two of the top six international audit firms. She is an LSE graduate, a member of the Institute of Chartered Accountants, England and Wales, and the Chartered Institute of Personnel Management in Nigeria. An alumnus of the Lagos Business School, AMP, she worked with Arthur Andersen in Nigeria and was highly instrumental to the development of the training business of Augusto and Co, a leading financial consulting company also in Nigeria. Abisola is extremely passionate with and about supporting women and developing the immense potential of young people. She created Productivity Plus, where she provides tools to help people design successful lives, careers, and businesses by encountering paradigm shift towards result-oriented living. The Worthy Women's Work initiative supports women to achieve spiritual, emotional, and financial freedom. She is a Faith Foundation facilitator and mentor, a Tony Elumelu Foundation and Wimby's mentor, and a member of the Revive Nigeria group, whose mission is to promote good governance, economic empowerment, and advocate for social justice, equity, and national unity. To find out a lot more about Abi, you can visit Abi's website, which is www.abilonge.com. Abi, I will yield the mic to you. Thanks for honoring us with your presence.
Hi, everyone. Hello. Thanks so much for having me. I hope everyone can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
Okay. So we're going to get to it. I'm talking to you today about aligning your finances with your life purpose. So it's wonderful to be here today talking about life purpose. The previous speakers have done a fantastic job. I heard Nicole and Esther, and you're going to hear us saying very similar things. And what that says to me is the knowledge is here, the information is here. The question is, what are you going to do with it? And the people that really succeed, the people that make a difference, are the people that decide to do something with what they hear. So for the next 20, 30 minutes, I'm going to be talking to us about aligning our finances with our life purpose. And so I'm going to start with life purpose. There might be some ladies in here. I've been introduced. So you know who I am. I will just add that I'm also the proud mother of 3 highly successful, happy young adults who are doing extremely well. And that's my greatest accomplishment as far as I'm concerned. So why should you align your life purpose with your finances? I mean, it sounds even a bit trite. I mean, we're talking about something as important as purpose here. Why are we talking about finances? And the reason is your finances are the tool for executing your life purpose. Without getting your finances in order, it's going to be very, very difficult for you to execute and achieve your life purpose. So even the Bible says money answereth all things. For those of us who are the Christians in the house, and for the other religions, I'm sure your scripture says something similar. Money is so fundamentally important in the world we live in because it is the tool for executing everything. And if you are not financially intelligent, financially viable, financially sustainable, it is extremely difficult to fulfill your life purpose. So I'm going to start by asking, do you even understand your life purpose? And I'd like to hear, I like to have some interaction. Can you just put yes in the chat box if you're clear about your life purpose? And as I ask this question, I want you to know that there's no judgment here. There's no condemnation. One of the favorite poems of mine, Baz Luhrmann, talks about the fact that some people know their life purpose at 10, some people don't know their life purpose at 50. So I'd like you to write in the chat, just for me to have a view. Do you know your life purpose? Do you understand your life purpose? Are you clear about your life vision? If you are, please write yes or why. If you're not, please write no. I'd just like to get a feel for in the room. Okay, I love on the journey. It's a journey, isn't it? Purpose is not a destination, but I know there are over 30 of us in the room. So I want to know, I want 30 answers. Yes, are you here? I'm waiting for you. I have only about 4 responses so far. Come on, women, give me some answers. I want to be sure you're here. I want to be sure you're listening. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Adetutu. Thank you, Tunu, Adeola, Abi. Yep, Fisayo, my daughter's namesake. Fantastic. Tyra, Moyofuri. Great, great, great. Come on, let's keep the answers coming. Okay, so understanding your life purpose, like I said, is something that you're going to be doing. Okay, now I'm trying to remove the chat and, pardon me. Yep. Okay. Excuse me, please. I'm trying to close the chat box and it's not happening. Okay. Yeah, so understanding your life purpose is very much a journey. Can everybody see my screen?
Yes.
Yes, we can.
So for some of us, we're very clear about our life purpose. For some of us, we're not so clear. We're not sure. We don't know. We're confused. We're on the journey. But it's important to start the journey, even if you're not there. And what I'm going to do for the first part of this is to really talk to people that aren't sure, are on the journey. I want you to explore the things you really love to do, the things that light you up. What are the qualities you most enjoy expressing? What are your values? What do you believe in doing? I want you to think, where do I want to be? Where do I see myself? I know a lot of us want to go to heaven, but we don't want to die. But it's a very useful exercise. Esther talked about the 7 habits of highly effective people. One of the most important habits is begin with the end in mind. So paint a picture of your end. Picture your obituary or that beautiful brochure that we do when people pass on to the other side. What do you want written in it? And create your life purpose statement. Write it out. And that will show you, it will give you clarity on your life purpose. I'm going to give you a tool, the Ikigai tool. Now, ladies, I want you to do this work. It's not enough to just listen. I want you to do the work. And when you do your Ikigai, it helps you to really clarify your purpose. So the questions you're going to ask yourself are, what do I love doing? What am I good at? That will give you your passion and your mission. And then what does the world need based on what I'm good at? What does the world need that I can put value in the world for and I will be paid for? And a question that really helps you is, what keeps bugging me? What irritates me? What concerns me that other people don't know about? I'm sure we're all ladies in the room. And we know the story of Body Shop, and it's erotic. It's one of the greatest purpose stories in all time. So Anita used to get irritated by the fact that she's packing her baby bag, she wants to travel, and there are these big bottles of toner, big bottles of lotion, big bottles of moisturizer, and she's packing all this stuff, and it's like, what's all this stuff? And she decided, this is really irritating. Why does anybody do travel-sized packs of these things so that if I'm going away, I can just put these things, and from there, the Body Shop is in every country in the world. She started in her kitchen, mixing these things, putting them together, and from articulating that purpose statement, she has changed the world. So I want you to look at these things. What do I love doing? What really gets at me that doesn't exist? What is the opportunity that I see? What is it that I know that I can put value in the world for and get paid for? And therein lies your life purpose. And don't be too hard on yourself. Don't be too impatient if the answers don't come quickly enough. I have a story. I had a mentor, she was a mentor, a mother, Pastor Bimbo Dukoya. And every time I spoke to her, every time I watched her, I used to be like, my goodness, it's so clear. She's so clear about her life purpose, single and married. Her life purpose was to get people in beautiful marriages. One of her favorite phrases was, your marriage is to be enjoyed, not to be endured. And she knew her life purpose. So I'll say to her, Pastor Bimbo, I have no clue what my purpose is. I have no clue what lights me up the way you are clearly lit up. And she used to say to me, just pray and read your Bible. And I used to think, what kind of response is this? Pray, read my Bible. But what she was teaching was and learn. So I'm going to implore you to take some time, lock the doors, get your plan, and just start, like in the Productivity Plus Planner, you have the gaps to write these things to really articulate your purpose. So I'm going to give you some questions I really want you to note and take account of to really know what is my purpose. And somebody in the chat said, my purpose is around my family, my business. Your purpose what does it benefit a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul? So I'm going to help you craft and articulate your purpose statements around the 6 important arenas of your life. And we'll start with work. My dream life. Ask yourself, what would it look like? What would you be doing? Where would you be doing it? Who would you be working with? What level of responsibility would you have in your place of work? What kind of skills and abilities would you have? What kind of goals would you be accomplishing? What level of status do you yield? And really hone in on your field, your specialization, your purpose specialization, your purpose field that will light you up, and answer these questions and paint that picture for yourself, that future work that you want to be doing. Write it out. Please don't just do this and say, okay, I know it in my mind. Answer these questions, write them all out. The next is your finances. Like I said, money sure answereth all things. So ask yourself, what would you be earning? How much? Put a figure on it. And I'm going to help you in this presentation to come about how you put that figure on it. What would you be earning? What kind of lifestyle would you have? What kind of home would you be living in? What kind of car would you be driving? What kind of material luxuries do you want to be providing for yourself? And if your mindset is one of, oh, I don't like this, I'm uncomfortable with this, I'm uncomfortable with luxuries, I'm uncomfortable with thinking about my dream home and my dream car, you don't have an abundance mentality. And we've spoken over and over today about your mindset. Your attitude is going to determine your altitude. So if you feel uncomfortable answering these questions, you know that you need to do some work on your abundance mindset. How much will you have in the bank? How much would you be saving and investing? How much would you be giving to charity? How much would you be worth when you get to the end of your journey as you define it? Write it all out. How about your family? What would it look like? Who would you be with? Where and how would you be living? What kind of living standards? What kind of relationships would you have with the most important people in your life if everything was perfect? Now, people have said to me, how can I write that out? I don't know. Believe me, whatever is going to happen to you is designed by you. So design this, design your future. I tell the story of a woman who decides that she's going to be the CEO of a multinational company. And then she meets this handsome Bobo. And handsome Bobo says, my wife is going to cook me fresh stew every day. And she goes ahead and she marries him. What has she just done? She's just truncated her purpose. She's truncated her life dreams because she's not going to be cooking stew every day and get to be the CEO of a multinational. It's just not going to happen. So make sure that you're very clear, because the kind of family you choose, the kind of person you choose, you're not going to have, you're not going to be CEO of a multinational with 10 children. Even the number of children you have will come out of defining your life purpose. So write it out. How about health and fitness? People spend their health and their fitness acquiring wealth, and then they spend their later years and spend all their wealth fixing their poor health and fitness. So don't be that person. Write it out, articulate from the beginning. How would you look and feel? What would be your ideal weight? How much exercise would you be doing weekly to be fit and healthy and get to that ideal weight? What kind of food will you be eating? What kind of living standards would you have? What would be your overall level of health if you were living purpose? It's impossible to live in purpose when you're not healthy, when you're tired, when you're not fit. So write it out. People always say to me, my goodness, you don't look your age. It is because I focus on my dream life, on my life purpose, and how I need to look and feel to live in purpose. So make sure you determine it. Make sure you do the work and you write it out. It's telling me my internet connection is unstable. Can everybody hear me?
We can hear you, but it dips in and out, but it's fine. Just carry on. We can hear you.
Hello? Okay,
Hello?
I'm sorry about that.
No worries. No worries.
I don't know why. So, and then it's really important that you focus on your spiritual growth, because like I said, the inner woman is going to determine the outer. So articulate, what would your inner woman be like? Are you going to be a woman of love, a woman of peace, a woman of strength, a woman of power? What kind of spiritual practices do you want to have? If you want your life to be one of focusing on faith and leaning on God, how much time are you going to spend with him? What would your mental and mindfulness practices be? If you're the kind of personality, you're a choleric, how much time do you need to spend meditating and getting into your Zen state so you can be grounded? What kind of charities should you be supporting for your spiritual growth? What kind of impact would you be making in the world? Write it all out. It's really important in your purpose definition that you define these things and you're very clear where you're going on these 6 arenas. And then romance, fun, and recreation is not left out. What would you be doing for fun? Where would you be traveling to? What would you be seeing? What would your romantic practices be? I like what Esther said about her earlier life, really some things she learned and did defined the joy, the sexual joy she's having in her marriage today. So define for yourself, what is that sexual joy, so that you can have conversations around your needs. What are your needs for romance? What are your needs for fun? What would you be doing to be your happiest self? Do you, focus on doing something each and every day that makes you happy? Are you thrilled about your life, about your person? If not, what are the things you need to do to get you there? Write it out. Now, once you've defined and determined your life purpose, where you're going, even if it's not totally clear and you need to do some work, you must have a picture of that destination. The Bible says that by and by the picture gets clearer, and when we see him, we will be like him. But we must make sure that we have the the picture. It may be fuzzy at the beginning, but we keep going. So once you have the picture, I want you to start focusing on aligning your finances so that your financial freedom comes with your dream life, comes with your spiritual freedom. How do you align your finances? The first step is, how much do you need or want to live your life purpose? So you must determine and define your life purpose so you know what you want to need. I speak to people who say, I want a Rolls Royce. And that's really great. But I know that I don't want a Rolls Royce. I would rather spend the money for Rolls Royce building a school. I will take no pleasure whatsoever from having a Rolls Royce. So it's important that you know yourself, you know what you need, you know what you want, so that you can align your finances to it. Now, I can hear somebody asking me, how on earth am I going to know how much I need or I want to live my financial freedom life, to live my financial purpose? And I'm going to help you there. So just steady on, and we're going to talk about it. So how much do you need is about understanding your financial freedom figure. What is your financial freedom figure? Your financial freedom figure is the figure where you're not working for money, you're working for purpose. And what I want you to do from today is to start moving towards your financial freedom figure. Because when you get to that figure, you can focus on living your purpose, on living your dream life without worrying about your finances. When you are there, you have aligned your finances with your life purpose. So how do you get there? That's what we're going to spend the next 10 minutes. I'm not sure about time because I started late. So please give me a time check. I'm going to talk you through the 7 steps to financial freedom. And I want you to start these steps starting today. The first step is I want you to calculate your present and your future net worth. What does she mean? My present and my future net worth. Your net worth is what you are worth in money terms. Your assets less your liabilities is your net worth. What's an asset? An asset is something you own that can earn money for you. It is an investable asset, money, an asset that you can invest that will generate cash flow for you, passive income for you all through. So I want you to calculate what your net worth is today, so you know your starting point. This is where I'm starting this journey for. And then your future net worth is that point for your financial freedom. 10 years is a good timeline. If you're really driven and aggressive, 5 years is good. So write it out. This is my present net worth and this is my future net worth, and define it. And then when you have done that, you know exactly where you are today and where you're going. Yeah? You know your net worth that you're going for, your future net worth. The next question is, how do I get there? This is where I am today. The next thing I want you to do is prepare your budget. At that future point that I want to get to, how much do I need to earn based on my expenses? So your budget will show your expenses at that point, what you're spending on food, what you're spending on clothes, what you're spending on your phone bill, what you're spending on travel. I have a free budget template for you. If you go to my Instagram handle, you can get a free template to calculate these things. When you have calculated your expenses, you have what you need, your minimum passive income requirement every year. Okay. So say, for example, in my financial future, I want to spend 10 million, let's say 10,000 pounds. No, that's too little. 100,000 pounds a year. Yeah. That is my minimum passive income, 100,000 pounds a year. I am currently earning 20,000 pounds a year. How do I get there? I need to create a roadmap. This is where I am today, 20,000 pounds, but I need minimum passive income of 100,000 pounds. Now, to get minimum passive income of 100,000 pounds, I need to have 1 million pounds. so that I can invest it at an average return of 10%, I will have 100,000 every year. So I know my future net worth needs to be £1 million. Okay. Now, what is my roadmap to £1 million? How much do I need to invest in stocks and shares? How much do I need to invest in real estate? How much do I need to invest in crypto? How much do I need to invest in, my business? Because your business will generate and accelerate your financial freedom figure, so your financial freedom journey. So create that roadmap, write it all out, and then establish your expenses and spending discipline. The more you can practice deferred gratification, the more you can hold back today, the more you have for tomorrow. There are many of us women, we eat our seed. Look at your budget today. How much are you spending? How much are you giving your hairdresser? How much are you giving the phone company? How much are you giving your dressmaker? How much are you giving yourself? Pay yourself first. That is how much are you saving and investing for your future, for your freedom. That's more important. I have a very funny story of a friend. She felt she was showing off and she said to me, look at my weave. I spent £700 on it. And I'm like, that is a beautiful weave. It's really good. I hope you have at least 2 properties. And she looked at me in shock, like, what are you talking about? I'm like, by the time you're spending £700 on a weave, I am sure it must be from your passive income. So that means you must have at least 2 properties that are generating income for you to buy a £700 weave. She was like, I need to talk to you. I need to sit down with you. I'm like, yes, you need to establish spending discipline. So many of us are not disciplined with our spending. Women say to me, oh, but a budget is constricting. It doesn't feel comfortable. Poverty, future poverty is not comfortable. Freedom is comfortable. Freedom is joy. Your budget is the vehicle that is going to take you to freedom. Your budget is the vehicle that is going to take you to joy. So invest in discipline today that you can enjoy tomorrow. Once you've done that and you're saving and investing as much as you can based on your income, then look at a secondary income. Look at that, your purpose, your life purpose, and determine your superpower. And then ask yourself, how do I monetize my superpower? You create a secondary income through your superpower business, your side business, and then you start growing. Yes, it's not going to be easy. Yes, you have to be time disciplined. Yes, you need to spend fewer hours in front of Netflix, but believe me, it's worth it. And then create your savings and investment portfolio. What percentage of my investments do I want to have in stocks and shares? What percentage do I want to have in high risk instruments like cryptocurrency? How much do I want to have in medium risk instruments like real estate? How much money do I want to put in mutual funds, low risk instruments, and design your portfolio with percentages and then start adding to it. Wait, renew, review, and adjust. That's how you get to your financial freedom. So I have a free resource for you that expatiates on what I've spoken on. It is 7 steps. So it's a bit.ly link, https://bit.ly/7 steps to financial freedom. So get that and use the templates to determine and define your financial freedom journey. We're here to help you. You can reach out to us at info@abilonge.com, abi@abilonge.com, or tribe@abilonge.com. Go to our website, abilonge.com, and you can contact me on any of the socials. And thank you for listening.